In this video, let's try to understand what is bot, how it is different from web applications, why do we need Microsoft Bot Framework, and at last, the process flow in a bot application created by Microsoft Bot Framework SDK. So what is bot? We can say that a bot is a program intended to do some automated job based on the user input or requirement. Okay, then the next question would be what is so new in it? We have several automated jobs or web application which already do such tasks. Then why do we need a bot? To answer this, I would say bot is also a web application at its core. There is nothing new in the core, but it is the layer which we see outside which is different from the web application. And that layer is the conversational interface. Yes, the user interface is something which makes the bot stand out. What makes the bot unique is that they would give the user more personalized service and proactively approach the user, just like how a perfect client advisor behaves. So, what would a normal user prefer out of the two ways when he or she wants to book a flight? Where the first one is to open an app, log in, input the travel details, then choose a flight and pay for it, and then at last log out. Or the second one, where he or she just tell the bot the travel details and someone take care of the rest. Mostly the second option, right? So that makes the bot stands out when they use the mechanism which is generally reserved for human to human communication. Now let's try to understand why do we need Microsoft Bot Framework. In order to create a simple bot, we won't need any cloud provider or SDK. We can create a web application with conversational interface which would listen to the HTTP request and respond accordingly. But if we need it to be integrated with some channels such as Facebook, Slack, or Microsoft Teams, we would need a few more things to be taken care of. We would need a service which would send and receive messages and events between the bots and the channel, and also a cloud service provider or a web server to host the bot. This is when the Azure bot service and the Microsoft bot framework comes into picture to make the developers life easier, which would take care of the boilerplate code, and we just need to take care of the bot logic specific to our use case. The Azure bot service and the bot framework offers the bot framework SDK for developing bots, the bot framework tools to cover end-to-end bot development workflow, the bot framework service to send and receive the message and events between bot and channel, and also a deployment and channel configuration in Azure. Now let's try to understand the process flow in a bot application created using Microsoft SDK template. Before starting the flow, let's try to understand the three most important part in this process flow. The first one is the controller, which is the starting point of the process and would be receiving the HTTP request. The next one is the adapter. The adapter mainly handles the turn. Turn here means something similar to what we generally see in a human conversation, where people often speak one at a time, like taking turns while speaking. In bot's context, the turn consists of users' incoming activity to the bot, and if any immediate response need to be sent to this incoming activity, then that also will be a part of this turn. Now, the last important part is activity handler. This activity handler would define the middleware. The middleware here means a handler for the registered channel. For example, if we want to integrate our bot to Microsoft Teams channel, then we would use Teams handler. Now let's start the process flow. As mentioned earlier, the flow starts with HTTP request to the bot application. This HTTP request would be received as a JSON object in the controller, which would be deserialized to the activity object and sent to an adapter, where adapter creates a context object for the turn. Now this turn is passed to an activity handler. Basically, all middleware will be scanned in the activity handler one after the other, and it will search for the registered middleware. The one which is registered would be called to handle the request. Now to add on our custom behavior to the bot, we would just need to override the corresponding activity from the activity handler. For example, if we want to send a welcome message on getting a member added to the teams, then we can override that activity and add in our logic. After executing the logic, the response would be returned to the channel through the same path.
Now with this understanding, we can easily create a bot. We can integrate the SDK template to our IDE, and without writing any boilerplate code, we can quickly create a bot. If you would like to learn on how to create a bot and integrate it with Teams channel using Azure Bot Service, then please watch the next part of this video where I'm explaining the step-by-step process for creating a bot from scratch and how to integrate it to Teams. So that's all about this video. Thank you.